Hello everyone, this is Rifa and welcome to my new video. So in this video, as I have shown in the thumbnails, I'm going to discuss and respond to some of the negative comments that I have received on a particular short recently. A very long time back, I have posted a shot of mixing a brown color from red, yellow and blue. So it went viral because it got a lot of negative comments. I've received a lot of comments like it's a fake video, they don't get that shade, they got some other shades, and this is not the way of mixing brown color. A very huge number of negative comments saying that it is a fake video and I have edited it. And I have also got some positive comments as well, like thank you for the video. This was what I was searching for. I always wanted a brown color mixing video, and they got that same shade by mixing those colors as I have shown. But very few countable comments. All the other comments was negative. So I thought it is my responsibility to show you that it is a genuine video. I got that shade by mixing those colors, and also it is my responsibility to clear the doubts of you all. So in this video, first I will be mixing that same brown shade with the same shades and same ratio that I have used in real time. I won't be editing the video, I won't be making it a time lapse. It is as it is. So after that, we will be discussing some of the doubts like um, I didn't get the brown shade, I got some other shades. So some of you have got green, some got silver, some got purple, some got black. So we'll be checking the possibilities of getting that shade while mixing the brown as well. And also I've got some comments like you shouldn't be mixing brown like this. This is the wrong way of doing it. You should be mixing some other shades like green and red, blue and orange, and some told me that orange and black. So yeah, they are also the ways for mixing a color brown. Remember that the colors I have shown and the method I have shown in that shots is just one of the many ways to get a brown color. So let's go for the main part. So I have my palette here and I have a palette knife, and these were the shades I have used in that video, in that shots that I have shared. So we'll be mixing the scarlet red, cobalt blue and lemon yellow. So let's try mixing this. So we'll be taking equal part of this, one part of scarlet red and one part of cobalt blue, and one part of lemon yellow. So I'm mixing at the corner because I'll be clearing all other doubts by showing the color mixings. So let's mix this. Let's check if we get that shade. So you can see the entire process because I'm not editing this video, I'm not making it a time lapse. This is a real time color mixing video of that shots that I have shared, and you can see now I got a brown shade. So mix thoroughly and you will get the same shade. So look, we got a brown shade. I hope this clears all your doubt. See? Okay, see? It's pure brown. I don't know why you got confused, why you told me that it's edited video. So next we are going to discuss some of the other comments like some of you got green and silver. So why you got a green or silver shade? A possibility is that you might have added a very little bit of red or you have added too much green or yellow. Sorry, too much blue or yellow. So let's check that. Okay, so I'm taking and cobalt blue and very little bit of red means less red as this. Okay, let's check what shade we will get. So you can see if there is less red or your red is not that pigmented, you will get a muted green kind of shade. So you can see as it mix as the red mixes into the paint, the green become more and more muted. But still we got a green shade. So you can see you got a green shade. Okay, so I got a comment telling about they get purple shade. So why you might have got a purple shade? Because how you get a purple, you will get a purple by mixing red and blue. So if you got a purple shade while trying to mix a brown using these three shades, the possibility is that you might have added very little bit of yellow. Okay, so that the more pigmented blue and red caused your shade to look like purple. So let's check that. So I'm adding red and equal quantity of blue, and let's check what happens when we add not that much lemon yellow, not the equal quantity of lemon yellow. Mm. Okay, so I got a very different brown here. Okay, this is some kind of brown with a little bit of purple in it. But I don't think this is what happened in your case because you might have used the crimson red instead of scarlet because mixing scarlet red with cobalt blue gave a shade and mixing crimson red with cobalt blue will give you another shade which will be purple. One part of crimson red and blue and very little bit of lemon yellow Now you can see a purple forming. Even though you have added yellow, you get a purple kind of shade. A, a purple or magenta kind of shade. So this might have happened. So the next comment I have got is, can I use Prussian blue instead of pale blue? Firstly, the blue I have shown is not pale blue, it's a cobalt blue. Yes, you can try mixing a Prussian blue, but you might get a different shade, maybe a different brown, or there are cases when you get not brown, you will get a kind of muted purple or magenta kind of shades. The Prussian blue instead of cobalt blue. So we can try Prussian blue and the usual scarlet lake and lemon yellow. One part of Prussian blue and one part of lemon yellow and one part of scarlet lake. Let's mix. So you can see the Prussian blue is very pigmented and it is dominating all other colors. So you are getting the darkest color. So since we have tried the Prussian blue, you can try other combinations. You can try other yellows, other red, other blues. So I'm just showing very few. Let's try with the cadmium red. This is one pack. So if you want to try, you can try for the Prussian blue. It's up to you. So you can try a very different kinds of combinations. Again, lemon yellow. If you wanted to go for a medium yellow, you can try that. So let's mix. So we are getting another level of brown. So let's go for the ultramarine blue and scarlet lake and again lemon yellow. So you can see we got a warm brick like brown shade. So I'm taking yellow ochre and same the scarlet lake and again the cobalt blue. So as I've told you, you can try other blues with these combinations. You will get a variety of combinations, a number of combinations you can try, and you will get a lot of brown shades. So I've got lots of comments. Brown was the color I was looking for. So yeah, you can get a variety of brown shades by using the colors you have. You can just try the combinations and just swatch them like this, and you can use that in your painting. I have this golden yellow shade in flash paints, so I'm trying with this. It is somewhat similar to a medium yellow. So I've just ruined the paint by dipping a green brush into it, but I'll take a pure yellow part from that corner and try mixing it. So I'm taking it over here and cobalt blue. And next I've got some suggestions, lot of suggestions like blue or orange से भी brown color बन सकता है. And I have another one. No, not it's red and green. You should mix red and green. And why not green instead of blue and yellow? So yeah, these, as I've told you first, these are just some other ways of getting brown. You can try these shades as well, because by the concept of complementary colors, if you mix a complementary color into a primary color, you will get a desaturated color which is supposed to be a brown kind of shade. It shouldn't be always brown. There might be a chances of getting some like neutral or earthy yellows or earthy purples, or sometimes yeah, earthy browns as well. So let's check that. Yeah, you can mix the complementary colors to get brown. So we got the red, yellow and blue. So we have mixed the primary colors to get the brown shade. So instead of mixing the blue or blue and yellow, you can simply use a green and then red. So yeah, that's how the complementary colors work. So you can see, you can choose a primary color and its complementary color, which is the color opposite to it in the color wheel, to get the brown shade. So you can use red and green. Also for blue you can choose the orange, and for yellow you can choose the violet or purple. So yeah, these three combinations will also work for you if you want to mix the color brown. Okay, so let's try with the yellow and its complementary color purple. So I'm taking equal quantities of yellow, and so this is violet. So you can see, so this has more violet in it. You don't get a brown. So to get a brown, you need to add a little bit more of yellow. And you can see the warmth is giving a nice brown shade. Blue and orange. Blue and adding orange. So you can see this is forming a green shade. So let's check if we add more orange, it will change or not. Okay, let me add more orange. Okay, you get a shade which is not that much green, but I don't know if you could call it brown. Pigmentary colors are used to get muted or neutral colors, so it is not sure that you will get a brown shade always, because there are other neutral shades like neutral greens, earthy yellows, grays, earthy blues, etc. So there is one more combination, which is the red and its primary color green. So I'm taking the scarlet lake and I'm adding the viridian, and let's see what happens. And mix. So viridian is very pigmented. You can see you get a shade very dark, which is still green. Let me add more. I've added more red. So you get a very dark brown shade. Just dark brown shade. Okay, one guy told me that black ban gaya. So you got a black shade while mixing this. So basically, by the concepts of color theory, this is supposed to be black. Like, so equal pigments of red, blue, and yellow, the primary colors will give you a black shade. That's the concept of color theory. And by means of equalness, we say equal pigments, not the equal quantity. Some paints have or some colors have more pigments than the other shades. For example, you can check a crimson red. It is very pigmented when compared to lemon yellow. So even a very little bit of crimson red into lemon yellow, if you try mixing it, when you add a little bit of crimson red into a lemon yellow, you will get a very different shade. You will get an entirely pigmented orange. So even a tiny bit can cause that much shade, which means the crimson red is more pigmented than lemon yellow. Equal primary colors means equal pigments or equal intensity of the colors, not the quantity, not that point. So this is supposed to be black by means of color theory, but why are not we getting black? So it depends on the brands we are using. So most of the paints we are getting in tubes are not that pure. We will get a pure shades very rare. So there might be a little bit of other shades like white or anything. So we won't get pure pigments or pure colors as in nature in our tubes or paint sets. That's why we'll get a lighter shade which is brown. But there are cases when you get a black shade. So let's try mixing a black shade using the shades we have. So in one of the artist video, I found that he got a black shade by mixing burnt umber and Prussian blue gradually. So let's try that as well. This is our final one. So I'm taking burnt umber on the palette and Prussian blue as well, and we will gradually add or mix each other, taking some burnt umber and adding some Prussian blue into it. Okay, so this is still brown. Let's add Prussian blue again. So you can see it's getting dark. I don't know if we will get a black shade. More Prussian blue. Okay, let me check if it's black by adding some white. If you get gray, it's black. There was one more comment saying use orange and black. So let's check that as well. So I that really worked for me usually, where I have used this technique for mixing brown in my paintings. So I'm taking some orange and mixing a little bit of black into it. So I'm placing the black here because black can dominate very easily. So little bit of black into orange. You will get a brown shade. See, this is a very different brown. So if you use more reddish orange, you will get a more reddish brown. If you add more and more black, you will get the darker shade of this one. So you can see the black dominating the orange. So yeah, that's it. And lastly, the other problem is that you might be mixing other brand paints. You might be using some other brands. I'm using the Camel in the shots and some other brands in this whole video. So there will be a change in shade when you use another brand, because if you compare the same shades in different brands, you will understand that when you compare some sap green of a particular brand with another brand, there will be slight changes in the color. So it's obvious that if there is such changes, you will get a different shade. Okay, so the shades may vary when the brand changes. Very little or slight variations may appear. So let's check that. Um, so this one is a sap green from Camel Artist Acrylic Color Range, and I've taken the Bristol sap green, and I have this Flash Paints sap green shade. So let's check what's the difference. There might be a difference and there might not be, but in the case of sap green, I have noticed it. So that's why I chose sap green. So the variations will be slight, but it will affect your color mixing. So this one is from Camel and this one is from Bristol, and I'm taking some from the Flash Paints. These shades, I will of course swatch it on a paper because it will be more clear when you swatch it on paper. This one is some more neutral than these two shades. So this one have more warmth into it, and this feels like a bit more cool, and this is looking like a darker version of this shade. So let's swatch it. This is from Camel. See? And this one is from the Bristol. See, this is a different kind of green, and even the transparency is different. And this one is the Flash Pinks. See, it's more darker than this too. So it looks like a darker version of this shade. So that's how it works. Change in brand also affect the shades slightly. So it's not going to affect your paintings. It's just that the color you will get may vary. So if you are watching a color mixing video and you are trying to recreate that color, so if you are not using the same brand, there will be slight variations in the color you will get. You won't get the same shade as them. So I'll just show you how different they are. To understand the warmness and coolness of a color, it is very easy if we mix white into it. So let's try adding white to each shade so it will be more clear to you that these shades are different. So I'm adding white to the sap green. And you can see this is what I've got. So this looks more natural. And I'm adding some white into this shade. You will get a more warmer and brighter kind of green. See, this is another shade. This is more vibrant than this one. So that's the difference when you change the brands. And let's add white into this one. Even though this looks like the darker version of this shade, adding white made it a very different shade. See, it's not that vibrant. It doesn't have that much warmth. So you can see these three shades are different. So that's all about today's video. I think it's clear now how I got that shade and how you can mix the shades to get brown color. This is just a part of color mixing. Color mixing is a wide area and color theory as well. If you are an artist, you will know the importance of color mixing in your painting. A wrong color can ruin your entire painting. It can change the entire mood of your painting. So if you want to study the entire color mixing and color theory from basic to advanced, you can grab my course, The Art of Color Mixing. So in this course, I have covered all the basic concepts like primary, secondary, tertiary, complementary colors, the intermediate topics like hue, temperature, tint, desaturated and saturated colors, and some advanced topics like how to get a darker and lighter shade, how to get the colors, how to get the neutral colors or natural colors as in our nature. You might have noticed that the things in nature are not that vibrant and not that vivid as we see in our color palette. So we need to understand how to mix those natural shades to get a realistic or natural landscapes. So we have covered that also in the course, and also principles of color matching. We'll go through the principles of color matching and we will understand how to mix any color of an object. So we will be picking a random object and we will be creating the color of that object by using the principles of color matching that we have studied. And we will also go through the color wheel as well. And so, more than a course, this is an exercise. You will be mixing colors along with me throughout the course. So, once you complete the course, you will have a bunch of colors that mix just from primary colors. So, if you want to study this course, you can, all you need is just a set of primary colors and white and a palette knife or brush. Also, this is a recorded course, not an online workshop or live workshop, but I have shown the entire process in real time without any time lapse. Pace of this video or the courses are as such. So it is real time video. So you will be able to mix colors along with me. You will be able to catch up with me. So yeah, since it is a recorded course, you will be able to watch it whenever you are free. Just purchase the course from me and watch whenever you are free and practice the color mixing. So yeah, that's all about today's video. I hope this video was helpful and please like the video if you have enjoyed it and you find it helpful. Also, please comment what other kinds of videos you would like to watch. Thank you.